The way, the way. The way, the way, the way, the way. The way, the way. Oh, so beautiful.
Three minutes. What's that? Oh, you have nothing to worry about. I have completely. When I realized it was going to be you, I formulated. I am excited to, but it's going to be wonderful. Okay, we're getting ready to start the show. We are at 1 minute out. On screen right now, but you might be able to be heard, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. This whole thing is so. Hold on, Gerard. What'd you say? Okay, that's fine. And I think that probably Alex will control everything anyway, so you don't have to. You'll be able to hear though everything I'm saying. And you'll know when I'm bringing the mix. I'm gonna. All right, we are at the 7 o'clock hour. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow cobblers, how are you? It's so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. I am super excited about the night that we have prepared for you here. Lady Robin, nice to see you. Thank you for hopping on. And so let's get started. Well, if you say you want to be happy, then just be happy. If you say you want to act kindly, then... My name is Alan from South Los Angeles, Cobbler District, where there's only peace and joy and kindness. Bad vibes are restricted. Folks are always talking about their light, their peace, their love. We cobblers often ask each other who they're speaking of. If you say you want to be happy, then just be happy like we cobblers do, like we cobblers do. You know, a lot of people ask me, what's this whole cobbler thing? What's that all about? Well, being a cobbler means that you do everything that everybody else does. Well, not everything. You don't do things that are mean. You don't do things that are cruel. You don't do things that are, just not cool. You're cool. And you come from a place of unconditional love. And I'm talking about unconditional love a lot because I'm seeing that there's a premium on that right now. Like, we need to be able to get along with each other, or the alternative is, in my opinion, not very attractive. And on that note, I want to introduce the luminary that we are going to have here on the show. As a matter of fact, I am going to pull up, just because I feel like it, his well, I pull up his name and the first thing that comes up is his net worth. So I'm not going to read that to everyone, but I do want to read a little bit about Mr. Corridor, because he is a very, 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 very important person. One of the things that I know about him is that he managed, and I didn't know this until last week, he managed Dolomite for 26 years. He also was very, very pivotal. We're enjoying a lot of amazing movies right now by directors such as Antoine Fuqua. This is the man who, out of the generosity of his heart, helped to train many of these amazing directors. And so I don't really think that I'm going to even bother with this here Wikipedia, because I keep seeing about his net worth. I think he's worth a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I think that he's probably worth more than what he will want to to say. Anyway, this is what I know of him, and I just want to give a shout out to Ruth Atkins Robinson, who is the one that has given or has replaced herself with Foster. I mean, we were going to have Ruth in the studio today, and I am so grateful that Foster has, on a last-minute notice, been willing to stay where he is so that I can interview him today for the Allen Show. And so, without further ado, let's talk to Mr. Foster Corder and find out more about all that he has done to make the world a better place. Are you there, Foster? Are you with us?
Hello. How are you?
Can everybody hear Foster?
Hello, hello.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Just want to make sure.
Microphone.
Yeah, maybe a little closer to the mic just so that people can hear you. And
Earth calling.
yeah.
Earth calling.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much, Foster. And I'm just getting to know you, but everything that I've heard about you has been amazing. So I just want to start off by saying that I feel honored to have you in studio here through Zoom because not everybody can get you to come and do something like this. And, you know, we're just starting out, so we feel very blessed to have someone like you here. So thank you.
Well, thank you for having me. As I told Ruth, I'm definitely no substitute for Ruth Atkins Robinson, that's for sure. But I'll do my best to, try to fill up the time for you.
You have done, you've lived many lives. I know of 3 things, and I want to get right into it because I know Dolomite, I know Caesar Milan, and I know Dolomite, the Daughters of Dolomite, I know that. But I also know that you were someone that mentored a lot of directors. And so I'm interested in hitting on all of that, and I know your time is limited, so let's start off by talking about your background. Where'd you come from, very quickly, kind of some of the early highlights.
Contrary to whatever you pulled up on Google, my net worth, I figured when you have that net worth thing and you hit my name, the clown face comes up and it starts laughing.
Well, no, I don't think so, Foster.
Yeah.
You're very...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I basically was born a poor black child, and I've been trying to overcome it ever since. I was born in St. Louis actually, my dad was a musician. He had a band. I see, you guys are so lucky to have life is good when you got a band, regardless.
It is.
Even on a bad day. You
Right.
got a band, it's a good day. So I was a road baby, basically, and born in St. Louis, raised in Chicago, south side of Chicago, and I forged my birth certificate to get away from the worst street gang in the history of America, the Blackstone Rangers in Chicago.
Okay, I want to stop right there because I just watched the Black Panther movie that's out now on Netflix, and I saw the whole scene in that amazing church, that whole intense scene. You mentioned to me you were there.
I was there, and at the real scene, when it really went down, in the church, probably, I was like 14 or something, but probably armed, with a gun, totally brainwashed, just like this kid that just got killed in Chicago, a 13-year-old kid, 7th grader. Police shot him because he had a gun, and regardless of your mom crying and stuff and family hurt, your baby should not be out at night at 10:30 with a pistol.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Now the cop might have been wrong for shooting him, but mama's wrong for letting a 7th grader be outside at 10:30 at night with a pistol. There's something wrong in the home front. So I forged my birth certificate when I was 15 to get away from that life. Mm-hmm. I know why he was out there. So, and it ended up, I went in for photography on a special 2-year program.
So, but I want to, Foster, I want to make sure everybody understands. You forged your birth certificate to get into the Army, Navy, Air Force?
To go to the Navy.
To go into the Navy.
Go to the Navy. To go to, they wanted everybody to go to Vietnam back then, in 1969.
Right.
And so I forged my birth certificate. I went into the Navy for photography, but once I got in boot camp, they told me that I needed to sign up for 2 more years because the photography school was a year in itself. And I said no, so I ended up going to the Naval War College. I had to choose another school, and I went to school for navigation, and I learned weather and how to steer a boat, ship, basically, read the stars and all that stuff. So went to, well, I'll tell you this, because this is the story that actually really changed my life, right? Mm-hmm. In one swoop. I scored high enough to go to the Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island. So one night, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm on watch, right? And I'm sitting there. It's nothing around but me and the desk, and I got a 45 automatic on my side. The sergeant, one of the instructors, came back drunk as a skunk, and he sat on the desk right in front of me. I'll never forget, big ass guy from like Alabama or somewhere. So he looks me dead in the eye and he says, "Quarter, you know, you're a stupid nigger." And I was like, "Whoa, Sarge, what's up with that?" You know. And he said, you're a stupid nigger. And I said, "Sarge, why are you saying this?" He said, "Because you hadn't noticed you the only one of y'all around here. It's like, and you flunking out. You doing exactly what they want you to do. You flunking out." And I was like, "Wow, Sarge." He said, "Well, if you wanted to piss him off, you get your shit together." Whoa. And I was like, whoa. And I was pissed, and I got this gun, and I said, I could shoot this redneck right now, you know, and just say he attacked me, right?
Right.
And so he got up off the desk, and he walked on, went to sleep. And I sat there, and I was fuming, and I thought about it, and the next day he didn't remember nothing. But what came to me, I had an epiphany. He was right. I was this little ghetto kid from the south side of Chicago with a chip on my shoulder, blaming everything on white man and whitey. And I was so full of hate and anger that I was holding myself back because they wanted me to flunk out. I was the only black kid in the school. And so I got my act together, just like he said, and I finished in the top 10 of my class, man, out of 300 people. You know, so that moment of this guy calling me a stupid nigger really changed my life. That's why everybody was bitching about Trump. And I said, hey, Trump is just a wake-up call. Trump should tell you, ain't nobody gonna help you.
Right.
Get your shit together.
Right.
Help yourself.
Right.
Yeah, have friends help friends, racists help race. Come together, people, because there's nothing but hate out there. So I'll say that. I just wanted to say that for all the kids growing up in the ghettos around the country, around the world, regardless of what country you are in, have a dream and follow it. You know, chase it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't, or to just put out your flame. You know, and it's always best to have something to live for too. You know, you don't know how it's going to work out. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other, working towards the goal, and you're just going to get better at it every day.
And that's what you've done. I just wanted to go back. I want to acknowledge John Keogh that's on the chat right now, and I want to also acknowledge everyone that is here but not on the chat, which we have a lot of people that follow us, and Lady Robin. The thing that, you know, you mentioned something, and I don't want to go into a long thing because we could stay on this one thing and be on this all night.
Yeah,
but I feel like what you said when you said that you were so angry that you didn't even realize you were holding yourself back. This is a scourge that I see amongst black men a lot, where they're so angry that they can't work their way up the chain because they don't want to follow authority. And it's one of those things where it's almost like it's a catch-22. It's like you're angry because you've been so mistreated, but then on the other hand, in order to get ahead, you got to kind of play the rules that everybody else is playing that they're playing. You know, so it's a very interesting conundrum.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if on the black men, I think the black men issue is in the parenting, in the fathers, not having that dad figure to make sure you become a young man and then a man.
Right.
I had anger issues from the ghetto, but my PTSD is what pushed me forward in the industry, because I found out that I really couldn't work a job. So I had to find a way to have my own business that I was the boss and I could control, everything. I had to
Right.
hustle basically.
Right.
And that was part of my success, is the fact that my PTSD from Vietnam and the street gang. I had more issues and nightmares from the street gang than I did 13 months in Vietnam.
Give us one story, something that you remember about being in that gang that really scared you, or something that you remember that happened that'll give people a sense of how frightening it is. By the way, everyone, if you look in the chat, we have Foster's IMDb here, so you can take a look on that. Okay, go ahead, Foster.
Scary. Well, the most scary thing was that last thing that happened that sent me away was they hog-tied me, my hands behind my back tied to my feet, me and my brother and 6 other guys, and beat us for about 5 hours, man. And this was our street gang. This is the gang I was part of. But
your own gang did this to you.
Yeah. It was a lot of jealousy and different stuff back then. It's because my mom worked 3 jobs to keep us in Catholic school, and we were doing everything to just destroy her dream. I mean, she was working 3 jobs and she'd come home so tired she'd pass out and be in a coma, and we'd crawl out our bedroom window and go to the crap house, and shoot dice all night with the grown guys, and take their money and all kinds of stuff. It was gang life. But
so you had street smarts. This is what I'm finding out. You came into the entertainment game with street smarts, which I wish I had. I came into this. I must have looked like a little fluffy lamb when I came into Hollywood, because people, I must have looked like, oh my God, all that talent, and actually they didn't, because you know what ended up happening? I just loved everyone. I was so innocent, and I just kept loving everybody, and they just loved me, and I didn't have it too hard. There were some things that happened, of course, to all of us, but let's talk about entertainment, because I know your time is limited. I want to talk about a little bit about how you broke in, and kind of how you got started, and then I want to talk about all the people you mentored, because that's a huge part of what we do here at the Allen Show. We want to talk about how you gave back to the community.
Sure. Well, when I first came, I started photography. I went to the Chicago Academy of Fine Arts in Chicago. When I came back from Vietnam, I used my GI Bill to go to school for 4 years, and from the Chicago Academy of Fine Arts, I opened Foster's Pet and Animal Photography in Chicago. So I started shooting people's dogs and rich people's horses. And the Carnation Company sponsored me. I shot the cow can, dog food bags and cans and stuff. And so what I did was, I got famous for making kids and animals work well together. So I used, back in the day, a Moog synthesizer, and I had the dogs' owners not feed them the day before they came to the set. So I would take liver sausage and rub it all over the kid, right? And then put the kid next to this hungry dog. And the dog would just lick him. And they would be, I can't believe how much he loves him, And I had my assistant off to the side with the Moog synthesizer. I remember when Moogs first came out, baby, to show you how long ago that was.
Can you believe I'm looking at a Moog right now, and the guy is trying to charge $8,000 for it?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't pay that much for mine back then. But, it was probably very expensive at probably 3 or 4, probably something like that, $500. But it would hit the keys, and it would go, and the dog would go, strike it pose, strike it pose. You know?
Right.
And the kid, I just have the kid keep smiling, and the dog, hit a different note, and the dog would be like, what the hell? And those bags and cans became classics back then. So moved to LA, couldn't find any film work at all. I did just like all of us. I'm leaving Chicago, I'm going to Hollywood, and Shaka Khan, all the people from my neighborhood. I grew up in, even though it was gangs and thugs, everybody in the area was so talented, because Earth, Wind, and Fire came from my neighborhood.
Right.
Shaka Khan was a waitress at the bar.
And Shaka was the one that really was the one that gave the word about my voice, and that opened the door for me into entertainment.
Is that right?
Her daughter was my first production on Motown, so we do have that connection together. Yeah,
Let's say
Malini.
that's
Yeah,
6 degrees of separation.
yeah.
So I came to LA and couldn't get any real film work, and so the first film work I got in Los Angeles was actually shooting porn. I love it. Yeah. And it was like, and porn, it has its whole cycle to it. People talk about it, but what would happen, okay, I'll give you a real brief on a porn set, right, when you're shooting, is the first hour is, I'm gonna be creative, we're doing something really different here, you think about all your edge. And then the second hour is horny as hell. It's like so horny. It's like you sitting there watching 2 or 3 people or whatever have sex. Second hour, after all your creativity wears off, you horny, right? Then the third hour is, this is disgusting. What am I doing here? I'm a professional. I went to school. I shouldn't be having to do this.
But I need to ask, were you able to get some nice sexual experiences, or were you unlocked sexually because of these?
Oh no, I had sexual experiences way before.
Well, of course.
I was going down when I watched them. That was
okay.
That was late. That's why I had no problem. It's like
right.
I was blessed in that area. Now people would go to jail for it because I was 13, 14, 15 years old, and I had a newspaper route. So the older women. Back in the day, that was the rite of passage for a young man, and I had a paper route. I found out how housewives really are. Their husband would go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning with that lunch bell, and the newspaper boy come by at 7:15, and they always answer the door in their nightgowns and stuff. Is that, okay, son, come on in, let me find my purse. You're the paper boy to collect, so you ended up collecting a little bit more than that $1.50, And
I am completely, I am so, everybody in the whole studio is laughing because we're getting more information than but these are great stories. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
I'm just, Anyway, so fast forward to, after porn, I met this guy named John Simmons, who is a huge cinematographer today. He shoots a lot of the Disney series. He shot so much stuff. He's a Netflix DP, very successful. Well, I met him on a shoot downtown LA, and he mentioned, another guy I met out here that still lived in Chicago. He worked at, what was the ad agency? Burrell Advertising, right? Mm-hmm. So he told me that there were no Black or African American owned commercial production companies in the country. And I couldn't believe that. I was like, what, are you kidding me? So I said, I'm gonna start one. So I went, after I met John Simmons, he lived in Hawaii. So my wife and I went to Hawaii for a vacation, and I said, I'm gonna look you up when we come over there. We ended up talking and hooking up, and he said he had some friends who had a commercial production company, some white people, and they would financially back us for a cut. So John and I, we had our first jobs from Burrell, but then we went to Procter and Gamble in New York, the head office, and we sat with the vice president and told him that they were selling millions and millions of dollars to African Americans and Latinos, and they had no companies doing their commercials or directing them. He picked up the phone, called 2 ad agencies, and said, you know, we don't have any African Americans or minorities doing anything. So bottom line is, they said, no, there aren't any. And he said, well, I got 2 guys that sit in my office right now. So the next year we got bang up business. We did McDonald's. When you see the McDonald's McRib commercial with Sinbad,
Oh
the
yeah,
McChicken commercial.
I
with,
remember those. Yeah.
B.B. King, that McChicken, hate to put you down, but dun, 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 hey Lucille. And we did California Lotto, 3-day blinds, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We were doing bang up. So then what happened was the commercial production companies that hadn't been hiring African Americans, Latinos, and females started looking for minorities to put on their roster to put us out of business.
Okay, so
But I had
before you
Bill
go,
Duke-
I'm sorry, Foster, because I just want, for the viewing audience, and I want to welcome everybody that's jumped onto the chat. For the viewing audience, I cannot stress enough, what you're hearing here is the beginnings of black people being, you know, and I'm sure you weren't the only one, but here we are breaking into, well, actually in the commercial world, which I know a little bit about because this is a huge industry and there's a lot of money in this industry. This is one of the most lucrative industries, commercials. From my end, I haven't divulged this, but I do deal with filming locations. It's part of what I do. I know what commercials spin. We are always very excited when they say Mini Cooper or any kind of food, pharmaceuticals, or cars. Those are the 3 big things. And one time we got like a Super Bowl spot, and we had them. They chose to put all of their different cars in all the different warehouses that we had, and they were spinning and everything. You could walk down. We had a row of warehouses, and you could see all the different things. They had it all lit. It was amazing. But I can only imagine the kind of money they spent.
Oh yeah, it's huge money.
Yeah.
So there was nobody that was black at that time, Latino or female, doing commercials. So I had Bill Dukes, Kevin Hooks, Stan Lathan, Gordon Parks, Helene Head, all signed to my company, and Blackbird Films. And like we were kicking butt back then, right? So as they slowly shut us out of that industry, because once the bigger companies had minority directors and females and Latinos, the ad agencies were able to stop using us as much,
Right.
which made them happy because we were the guys that had rocked the boat. You know, we cut the light on and all the roaches were running.
Right, right.
The fact that there were no minorities in the industry.
So they were kind of low-key hating on you a little bit. They were kind of okay, right,
yeah.
okay.
So they were trying to shut us out.
Right.
And then I went to an NAACP meeting, and I understood that Capitol Records was going to break the mold, and they had agreed to hire the first minority person or black person as head of film and video production in the record industry. So they said they were doing a search and they were going to start next week and yada yada. Because at that time, Michael Jackson and Rick James were the only black people on MTV.
Right, I remember that.
There was no other black music being played on MTV. It was rock and roll and everything else, you name it. So I interviewed for that gig, and lo and behold, the vice president of video production at Capitol Records was a Vietnam vet, ironically. You know, he was a Marine, and a guy named Mick Kleber, and he's literally one of the godfathers of music videos back in the early 80s and 90s, man, because this guy really shaped the way music videos looked and feel and the psychology behind them and whatever. So it was a pleasure to work with him. It really helped my film career and understanding. And so I went on there to, I produced about 200 music videos with the team. All of the Hammer videos, Tina Turner, Poison, Great White, Paul McCartney, Young MC, The Whispers, XYZ, what was the Bow-Legged Lou and those guys? What was that? God,
I should know this.
Anyway,
Yeah.
a bunch of them. But that's where I first met Antoine Fuqua. I gave Antoine his first 2 music videos. And for those that don't know, Antoine went on to direct Training Day and a bunch of other King Arthur.
Yeah, my brother is a huge Antoine Fuqua fan, and he just, when I said that you were responsible for kind of bringing him in, he was like, oh my God, I can't believe it, I love him. So yeah, I love him too.
Yeah. I definitely brought Anton into the game. And F. Gary Gray, the director of Fridays and Fast and Furious 6 and the biggest grossing movie of all time, I guess, and a bunch of other stuff. I gave Gary his first jobs, and Capitol wanted me to fire him, and I refused to do it because he didn't have any close-ups. He thought, like most young directors, they think they're doing great work in music videos. Is entirely different than movies also, because in music videos, what you're really selling is a soapbox. That artist is your box of soap. And if the 13-year-old girls and boys, if it's some female artists like a Lady Gaga, they don't know what the artist looks like. You can do all of this great stuff and setups and lighting and gags and da-da-da. But if at the end of that 3.5 minutes, the kids don't walk away knowing, having stamped in their brain what the artist looks like, then it's it's no good. So I worked with F. Gary Gray on King T and a couple other stuff. And when you look at his IMDb, he'll say that Waterfalls was his first music video, with
TLC,
or whoever that was.
TLC,
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah,
right?
TLC.
Because it was huge, right?
Yeah.
But that's the lie. His first music video was King T. Okay.
Keep it real.
And other people, Michael Bay. I did 2 commercials with Michael Bay when he first came out of what's that, Art Center, but he always had talent, you could tell, but he was behind the camera too. That's a little different, but he had style, he definitely, you could see the talent in him. You could see it in all of them. I wouldn't have supported him and got behind it. That's one of my good traits, I guess, is being able to recognize talent, raw talent, and see that gem that's gonna go up further. And a bunch of other people that, over the years, that I worked with, but I mean, BB and CC, that was fun because I got to travel the world. We were in Poland with the Pope, and it was my first Amsterdam.
Oh my God, I love Amsterdam. So good. Everybody go to Amsterdam, just go.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Great.
As soon as
before it
COVID
sinks.
go to
I just
Amsterdam.
watched a thing that they're saying it's sinking. Go before it sinks. Anyway.
Oh, Amsterdam is sinking?
Amsterdam's sinking, Venice is sinking, and global warming is faster than they're saying.
All the caps and the water's rising.
The water's rising, and they're saying it's rising 3 or 4 times faster than what they said. So if you can go see Amsterdam, it's the most charming. I think that it should be next to the word charm in the dictionary. It's just so that in San Francisco.
Right. So after that, well, simultaneously, actually, while I was at Capitol, I was managing Rudy Ray Moore. I helped bring his career back, where all the rappers were sampling him, and Um, we we four-walled around the country his last couple of movies, and it's. I was glad to see Eddie do the movie because Rudy's story.
Okay,
is
for
such-
everyone, but just a moment, Foster, because for everyone who doesn't know who Rudy Ray Moore is, that is the world famous Dolomite. And that, for those that don't know his name, his stage name was Dolomite. So just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. Yeah.
Yep. And so Eddie did the movie Dolomite Is My Name. And I was happy because Rudy deserved that.
Yes.
I wish that it had happened while Rudy was alive, because truth be told, all of the actors and comedians and people who considered themselves having culture and being above Rudy back in the day never gave him his acknowledgments when he was alive. They dogged him, they looked down upon him because they said he did that ghetto humor, and that low life comedy. And he just did what he did, and he never put all the other people down. So
now we're at 7:34, and I promised you that I would get you out of here in a half an hour. So if you want, I am like enraptured, but I want to ask you before we go on and begin to wrap up, because I know you got to get out of where you are, and I want to respect that. Is first I want to ask, will you come back when we have tens of thousands of followers and do this again, and we'll touch on a little bit of this stuff, but then we'll keep going.
Sure.
And I don't think people quite realize your stint with Dolomite. You were his manager, right? You were managing him, right? For how many years?
Him and Will Chamberlain at the same time.
You were managing Dolomite and Wilt Chamberlain at the same time.
Yeah. I designed that weapon in Conan that Wilt has, that Bombada stick. Yeah. Because just the hands-on creative.
It's amazing. First of all, again, I want to thank two legends in my book. I don't care what you think. I'm going to say it. Two legends: Ruth Atkins Robinson, Foster. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to bring you back, and then we're going to pick up where we left off. Everyone, please give your love to Foster.
And the band.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you want, I'm going to play a song. If you'd like to enjoy the song, I
will. I'll remove myself from the camera.
Okay.
And I will listen. Thank you.
Okay, well, you don't have to remove yourself from the camera. I want to see you there. You're going to be my inspiration while I'm playing this song. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We're right here.
I don't know where Gerard is, but I'll start, and then he'll come in whenever he comes in. I've been kind of on this song because it's the one that we just recorded. And I'm going to dedicate this to Foster and for all of the amazing art that has come out because of the efforts that he put forth. A lot of times when you're helping people, you do it because it's just, you see the talent. When you are talented, I was going to say earlier, Foster, it takes one to know one. But when you are extremely talented, you recognize talent, and it's almost like an involuntary muscle. You can't help but to help someone who is very talented. So I want to sing this song. It's a little bit of a sad song sometimes. Sometimes sadness is the cleansing that is needed in order to move on to the next stage. I was listening to Foster speak, and he was saying all the different things, the disappointments, all of the struggles has made him strong, and he's still going. I didn't get to the part where he talks about what he's doing now, which is as exciting as what he's done in the past, of course. So this song is a moment in my life that I experienced, that I think we've all experienced, so we'll all know what we're talking about. Tell me now, was the love I had to have everything I thought it'd be?
your reflection in the tears, my heart is setting free. And when I think all the times I gave to you, I loved you through and through. I gave my heart, I gave my soul. Now I'm crying out my eyes. All the joy and happiness fades away. Oh, I thought that you loved me all the way. The pain that joy will bring at the end when everything's gone away. Waking up into a dream that just became my worst reality. Stepping out into a place I didn't know till the day you set me free. And when I think all the times I gave to you, I loved you through and through. I gave my heart, I gave my soul. Now I'm crying out my eyes. All the joy and happiness fades away. Oh, I thought that you loved me all the way. The pain that joy will bring when everything is gone away. Everything is gone away. When everything is gone away. Gone away. Gone away. Gone away. Gone away. Gone away. Oh, gone away. Oh, oh,
Thanks, Foster.
All right, all right. Everything has gone away. And you know, it'll be gone, but it'll come back.
That's right.
If it's good.
That's
all
right.
the good stuff comes back. You know, it's like that thing about the if you love something, let it go. You know, if it's for you, it'll come back. If it's not, then you're better off without it.
Well, man, I truly appreciate you staying while we gave our offerings here, and thank you for your offerings. You know, I have enjoyed not only things that you've created, but I've enjoyed things that people that you've mentored have created. So we want to honor you and show our appreciation. So why don't we all give Foster a great round of applause right now for everything that he's done. And everybody around, yes, yes. Okay, Foster.
Thank you. Well, I hope I brought somebody or all you guys a little bit of joy just for a moment. Made you laugh a little bit, and because that creates those hormones and made you think about having sex with somebody.
Oh, I wish I was having sex right now. That's what I need. As a matter of fact, this is a perfect segue because the next thing, if you want to watch the show, is Risque Robin, who asks us some very risque questions. We don't know what to do. I don't know what to do when she's asking these questions because it's a little embarrassing, but she and my brother are getting ready to get married, and they have a very, So, congrats. Come on up here, guys. Come on up here real quick. Bring your bass with you. And say hello to Foster. Foster's got to go. Foster's being nice, but this is right. Robin.
Hi. Congratulations.
What's up, Foster?
Definitely.
Man, it was a true pleasure just being able to listen to you, man, and just to be in your presence, brother.
Well, I'm glad I could share a little bit, and hey, congratulations to you guys, because you guys found love, and more than that, you found a friend, and that's the beauty, because love will leave sometimes when we piss each other off, but that friendship is the thing that will keep you guys there, so don't forget that. Always.
Yeah, appreciate that.
All right, Alan, you know what I was thinking? After you have Ruth in and do Ruth and I can come back later after the movie.
I would love that. I would love that. Thank you so much, Foster.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, Foster.
All right. Wow. Okay. Can we talk about how blessed we are to have that here? And Robin, why don't you just come on over here and scoot in? Because I don't know what. I just need to have you near. Where's Gerard? You want to bring your fiance a nice chair? Because I can't. Hey everyone, how amazing was that to have Foster Porter on the show today? Just amazing. I can't even believe it. I feel like so energized because I will not even begin to cheer Robin. I'm going to grab my microphone that I love here.
I'll be right back.
There we go. Wonk. Yay. My hat is still taller than you, Robin.
That's okay.
I'm a little afraid of what you're going to ask, but I'm going to just go ahead and, I want to give a very special shout out to John Keogh, who is one of the 3 wizards who is doing amazing things in the realm of magic and cryptocurrency across the globe right now. We love Kilo, and we want to thank him for coming on and supporting us tonight. And, I've got burping. I don't know what's going on. But we always try to bring the value here. And Robin, I just want to, Robin is in the midst of creating her wedding, and she's taking it very seriously, as brides do. How have you been treating my brother? He's been coming into the studio looking rather worn out lately. I don't know what to say about that. You know what I'm saying?
Things are getting better now that, the dress has become a thing. It's a thing of the past now, so
Oh, yes.
we won't be having to deal with that issue, but everything else is just coming along.
Robin, I am so excited. Now, I'm going to be in this wedding, which is... Oh, we love you too, John Kilo.
Love you, Kilo.
We love you. We love you, love you. And it is exactly 7:47 right now, so I just want to acknowledge that that is one of my favorite numbers. Robin, what have you got for us?
Okay. Hello, everyone. So the first question for tonight would be, how much sex is too much? A, twice a week. B, twice a day, every day. C, 4 times a day, every day. Or D, WTF is too much sex. The more, the better. So we're waiting for the audience. And Alan?
I'm going to say that if you, in the beginning, when you're really like exploring and getting to know your lover, and future mate, to be married, because that's what we do. I would say 2 times a day would be plenty for me.
2 times a day? Okay.
I'm 52. I don't need to have it that much. But when I do give it,
Twice a day, every
when
day?
I give it,
Okay.
oh Lord have mercy, when I give it,
Oh, okay.
what's tough,
Never
Oh, man on woke, and I know this for a fact. I already know. Man on woke may as well be dirty old man on woke. That's what
I
I'm
love it, though.
We're won't
Never
mention his
too much
name.
sex,
He
that's
can
what
hide
I'm
behind
talking
man all
about.
woke. Man woke up, he wakes up sexy, he goes to bed sexy,
Hey,
he's ready to have
that's
sex every
good.
now. I don't know what to
Hey,
say.
so I know he's a happy man.
He is a happy man. You know what? And he's good at what he does. So what can I say? You know,
Hey,
he's a man
do
on
what you
woke.
gotta do. I love it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so let's ask G back here. Since we're asking and we're waiting for the audience, how much is too much sex?
That heart with wings
A,
is not going to
twice
cut
a
it, John
week.
Quixote.
B,
You need to
twice
put
a day,
an
every day.
essential- mhm.
C, 4 times a day, every day. Or D, WTF is too much sex. The more, the better.
The more, the better.
So it's D.
D.
Okay. Okay.
G
You
times.
can switch up, as you know, just different days. We can. It depends.
Kilo, you need to have some
Be a
kids because
whole
these are
lot,
dad
or-
jokes.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for answering. Okay. Anybody else? LaQuique say more the better, so he said D. G times a day. What's G times a day?
I don't know. John Quixote is trying to be cute, and it's not. It's corny as fuck. You know. So you know. But we love you anyway, Kilo. You know what I'm saying? You're very good with the wand. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but that's actually. Ooh, I wonder whether his wand is charged.
Okay, let me see. LaQuique. Who else? Is anybody else responding? Dad jokes. Okay.
Yes.
Lower the camera.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I guess I'll give my answer.
Yes.
Y'all sit low. Too low. Got it.
Well, I'm not sitting as low as Robin is because I don't participate in certain things that she's saying that she participates in. So I can see L times.
L times a day. Okay. That sounds good to me. So, how much sex is too much sex? I'm going to say D. The more the better.
I don't even want to think about, first of all, I already thought about this, everyone, because we're going to be in Jamaica together. So when I call to make my room reservation, I'm going to make sure that I'm nowhere near anyone. 'Cause you know what? This is something I learned. By the way, this is something that you should know if you tour. Okay? When I'll be in the bus. The tour manager makes the tour, sets up the rooms, but then, hello, I look right in the book. Where are we going? Four Seasons, Cleveland. Hello, Four Seasons, yes. Yes, the Lenny Kravitz band. Now, what I need to know is, do you have us all together on one floor? Oh, you do. Can I be moved like 5 floors up and on the other? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Because I don't want to hear bumping and umping. The thing is that I used to hear all kinds of things when, the horn players especially, they have all kinds of girls in there. And I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't sleep or watch my television show, SpongeBob, or anything that I wanted to do when I was in my room because I kept hearing boom, 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 boom up against the wall. It was terrible.
Well, I think you should move to the next building over in Jamaica.
Oh, I'm getting one of those huts that are way out in the ocean alone, so I don't have to worry about any kinds of pie times a day. That's a little better. Anyway, Robin, what else do you have for us?
Okay, so the next one. What matters most?
Of course, John Quixote
A,
doesn't answer the question.
Size. B, shape. C, appearance. D, smell. What matters most? I'm waiting for the audience.
I'm afraid that I'm going to have to go with one that I make up this one time, okay? It's the electric charge in the genital area. There is an electrical charge that is present in that particular region. And if I don't feel any kind of buzz, then I'm not interested.
No,
Of
but
course.
You have to pick something off the.
Okay,
Okay, size. So size matters to you?
But I'm not a size queen. That's the thing. I don't want anyone thinking that about me. I'm not a size queen, never have been,
Okay,
but
so could it
I'm
be
going to choose
shape?
that one.
Could it be appearance or smell?
No. I don't, I'm one of those, I don't mind the natural smell. I actually invited. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way the body smells. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way the body smells after the gym. I don't think there's anything wrong with the way the body smells after 2 days in the gym and no shower. I don't mind at all. It's just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It can make it a little more.
Danger zone.
Oh my goodness.
No, I mean, I don't. I would hate to have somebody smelling like flowers or something. I mean, like, what is this? I want to smell a little funk.
2 showers a day.
You are baby.
Well, Gerard isn't. Gerard smells like he just jumped out of the lily field. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I don't like that. I like a little bit of, me on you or you on me.
I love the way my baby smells.
Yeah. Well, see, like I invited Robin to come and move into a more loft style neighborhood. She was like, no, I need to be where there's like picket fences and I'm like, okay, then Gerard's perfect for you because you guys can both move into Rancho Cucamonga together with a picket fence and be happy. You know what I'm saying? I need some dirt, I need some grime, I need some funk. That's what I need.
Okay, you
No offense, to all my homies down in Rancho, I love you, but I don't want to live in Rancho.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you guys will be living in like Calabasas or out. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least if you're marrying Robin. Robin ain't gonna be trying to live in. Well, you may live in Hancock Park.
Oh, yes, Hancock Park, our Bel Air will be fine.
Bel Air? Oh, you want the energy there? Oh, no, no
I'm going
child.
to change the energy. That's what I'm going to do if I'm there.
Oh, okay.
Wherever
Work
I
it.
live.
Change the energy,
Homeby
okay?
Hills.
Move it.
I think Homeby Hills is our place.
Homeby
I
Hills?
like
I'm
Hancock.
not mad at that. I'll visit you. Of course, I'll be living in Kenya or something by that time. I'll be like in my African years,
Oh, okay.
flowing around in my robes and enjoying my pet giraffes. and-
Okay, can we get answers from people? What's going on? Let me
Okay,
read the question.
fine.
Let me read the question again. What matters most? And we know what that means we're talking about. Does it A, size, B, shape, C, appearance, D, smell? So while we're waiting, I'm going to ask G. Unless Alan want to say something else.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I was just observing my microphone.
Okay, because nobody's answering. I want to hear some juicy stuff. Come on, you guys.
Okay, so I think Daffodil G, whatever, Kilo. I don't know what to say about your answers. You're not helping. There's a format here, damn it, huh? You need to be a part of it.
Wait, Kilo, what's going on?
Kilo answers, of course, he can never.
Okay, what matters most? Size, shape, appearance, or smell?
Smell.
Of course, you would choose smell.
Definitely smell. No, but you know what's funny though, actually, and I've noticed this with different people I've been with through the years. If somebody has the perfect look you want, but their smell it does not coincide with you, it makes a huge difference. Like the pheromones, like you can have somebody you're totally physically attracted to as far as just like looking at them, but if their smell is, for me,
Whoa.
if their smell doesn't resonate with me, I can't, it's hard for me to do it. Have you noticed that, Alan?
No.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I don't have a great sense of smell. The other thing is that I like the natural smell of a body. I like, especially, I have to say, the more melanin, the better. Okay? I mean, I'm not saying I have no problem with any race. Okay? I have no problem. It's all about the vibe, you know what I'm saying? But I do like that melanin smell. Those pheromones, I like those pheromones, yeah.
Okay, look, wait, did he answer? What about Men on Woke?
Well, Man on Woke probably left a long time ago. He doesn't want to be answering these kind of questions.
Okay, so
No, I'm just kidding. Man on Woke, what is it? Is it size? Is it smell? Is it shape? Is it...
what matters most? Okay, so I'm going to answer what matters most to me.
Who knows what she's going to say now?
I have a combination of answers.
Just spit it out, please. I don't want to think about it too long. Ooh, vibe. Okay.
What matters most? Shape. No, size. I'm sorry, size.
You're a size queen?
Size and smell.
But what if it's like, okay, wait, hold on. What if it's like you're really horny and it's like right after the gym and you're sweaty and it's like a little funky? Would you Want to shower first?
Yes.
Oh no. See, that's where it differs. It definitely differs.
It doesn't matter to you?
No, I like a little pungent.
Oh, okay.
Not too much. Not to the point where my eyes would water, but I like.
So you want your guy to come off 3-4 games of basketball, Venice Beach, come home. You know, he hits the weights a little bit.
That's right. That's right.
After 4 or 5 games, he goes and out in the sun.
Yeah.
He goes to
I will encourage my husband to run the marathon
And then come home.
and then come home, and then I will take his jockstrap and put it in a nice baggie and keep it for for future. Just in case he goes on goes on a business trip or something, I'd have his smell there to be able to enjoy myself.
Future sniffs, huh?
You know that's huge. Wait a minute, that's huge in Japan. They have vending machines with girls' panties in it, and people buy that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
They do. They buy it. The girls have it's their scent on it. They buy it. It's they have it all there, just like you would buy a Pepsi or something, and it just. Anyway, it is now 7:59. We're coming to the end of not only this show but the week, and this has been a very interesting week because there's been some incredible things that have come to pass this week. Robin found her dress. It's really exciting because the dress is gorgeous. Okay, I went to a whole other level spiritually this week, which I can't really talk about with everyone, but I'm super excited. And the show went to another level. There's a lot of little subtle things that a lot of you don't get a chance to know what's going on, but the show is going to another level. And some of the people that have been on and have watched the show also are sending some much needed help our way. So we want to acknowledge them and thank them for that. And from all of us here at the Allen Show, that would be G, Robin, and LaQuay, who is always running around making sure that the show runs, the producer of the show. I want to give a very special thanks to everyone and a lot of gratitude in my heart for all of the people that have subscribed, all the people that have followed, and all the people that are on here right now. Man on Woke, John Quixote, LaQuay the Wise, Robin, who's sitting next to me, but she always helps us out by being in the chat. I truly appreciate you. The Allen Show appreciates you. And the great thing that I'm getting really addicted to is that at the end of the show, LaQuay always sends us somewhere really, really amazing. Do you enjoy that when we raid other people and we jump onto their vibe?
I think that's pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing, right? So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to raid another show, which is another way. It's like jumping into another community and saying, yeah, man, good for you for doing something. So when LaQuay gives me the word, then we're going to jump into another dimension. But you guys have a great weekend. Try to get some rest, because I know everybody's super busy, especially ramping up with things getting ready to open up. We're super excited. And cool, so we're going to Omniboy, another recording studio, another musical experience. From all of us here, you want to tell everybody good night, Robin?
Good night.
Good night. All right, let's sing our theme song. Here we go. Well, if you say you want to be happy, then just be happy. If you say you want to act kindly, then
Just be kind.
my name is Alan from South Los Angeles, Compler District, where there's only peace and joy and kindness. Bad vibes are restricted. Folks are always talking about their life, their peace, their love. We cobblers often ask each other who they're speaking of. If you say you want to be happy, then just be happy like we cobblers do. Like we cobblers do. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.